What's going on, everyone? We are back for another quick video, and this video is all about the 8 lessons that I learned selling 2,000 products on the Merch by Amazon platform. Kind of the 8 things that I wish I had known when I actually got started on this platform. The reason I wanted to make this video is I made the exact same video with the 7 lessons that I learned from selling my first 200 t-shirts, so I thought it would be appropriate to actually come back and kind of create an updated version of this video for selling 2,000 products. So before we get into the 8 lessons, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you want to kind of stay tuned with my journey on, Merch by Amazon, KDP, anything e-commerce related. I'm always talking about new strategies and things I'm finding, to make money on the side of my full-time job. And obviously check the description down below. Anything I talk about in this and on my other videos, I'm going to link up down there as well. And let me know finally in the comments, guys, how your journey has been and anything that's kind of been a major lesson for you on the Merch by Amazon platform or just print on demand in general. So with that being said, let's go ahead. We're going to get into this video. First thing we're going to do, we're going to hop into the computer screen. I'm just going to show you guys really quick here my progression, right? So as you guys can see, I'm here in the pre-merch dashboard, and you can see down here all-time sales. We finally crossed 2005 here. We're in September of 2019. September just started. And I just want to show you guys, because I started this journey 2 years ago in September of 2017, really just kind of playing around with this platform. You guys can see I did 1 product sold in September of 2017, and then I didn't really take the platform seriously until, as a lot of you guys know, till June of 2018, because I saw in May that I did, 13 sales, and I was like, oh, that's 1 every other day. Maybe if I actually put some more focus on this, I could sell a product a day, right? And that was my kind of big goal at that time. Sell 1 t-shirt, 1 product every single day. And now, in the last 14 months, I've done, the majority of my sales volume, and this has kind of turned into like a fun little side hustle for myself. So now I'm kind of at that stage where I want to take it to the next level. So let's dive right in, right? What are kind of the 8 things that I wish I had known when I got started on this platform? Number 1, this one is very simple, but when you guys are in the lower stages, buy yourself out of the first 2 tiers. So this is something I did on accident when I was at tier 10. I bought 1 t-shirt that actually did tier me out of tier 10. And the reason I did that wasn't to actually get tiered up, but I actually bought that shirt because I wanted to see what the quality was like and actually see what the customer was getting. I wish going back that I had done this, a little bit quicker and actually bought myself out of both tier 10 and tier 25. Now, the reason I wish I did that is, 1, when you get out of those lower tiers, you're doubling up your slots every time, right? So getting out of tier 10, you're now adding 15 new slots. Tier 25, you're actually adding 75 new slots and getting tiered up to tier 100. This is really important because it's going to accelerate your growth on the platform, because you're going to have so much more time to actually start learning, getting products in front of buyers, and hopefully actually getting some more sales. The other reason this is really important, and I wish I had done a little bit more with it, is that buying your products is going to show you guys how the Amazon system works for Merch by Amazon, and it help you understand how that buying process works. Like, what is your shirt going to arrive in? Like, what kind of packaging is the customer going to get? What's in there, the packing slip, how does the shirt and the design actually look, are the colors good, right? All of these things are kind of learning experiences, and they're going to help you better understand how the Amazon platform works, how Merch by Amazon works, etc., and also just start getting that momentum in building this business. So buy yourself out of those early 2 tiers. Maybe wait until you've got 9 shirts sold and buy your 10th, right? And then maybe at 23 buy 2 more, give them to your friends, whatever it may be. So that was kind of my first tip there. Number 2 is consume content from, the right people, and then don't consume too much content. So this is kind of a 2-part one, right? But what I like to think of consuming content as, and like who I look up to and what I do as far as like getting the right information, is I look at 3 levels. I want to find one person that's kind of at the same level as me, to kind of have someone to compare myself to, so that I know that I'm staying on track and growing as I should be. Because if I have someone that is at the same level as me when I, start following them or start communicating with them, and I see all of a sudden now they're way ahead of me, well, I need to find out what they're doing, because that's working, and that helps show me that I can actually do this process, right? So I want to find a peer, someone on that same level, and engage with that person. The next one is I want to find someone that's maybe just a little bit ahead of me. So they're, maybe 1 or 2 tiers above me, or they have, they're making $100 or $200 or $300 more than me every single month. Someone that I can see is just right out of reach, but that kind of gives me that motivation, right, to step up to the next level. And the final one is you want to follow someone or a few people that are kind of that aspirational level, right? Those people that are, maybe making the income level that you want to make, or maybe they have the number of products listed, or maybe they're selling on multiple platforms, or whatever it may be. Find someone that's also that aspirational level and consume their content as well. Now, this can be done in Facebook groups. This can be done through blogs and blog posts, email lists. My favorite platform is YouTube, obviously. I think there's so much good content on here. There's a lot of people. That's how I get most of my content. And that's something I didn't really do when I first got on, my Merch by Amazon and print on demand journey. I didn't spend any time in any of the groups really until I got to that point where I was ready to kind of do the Merch Focus 30, my 30-day blitz period here, and actually start getting serious. I wish I had gone back and done that sooner, because you're going to learn so many things that are going to help progress your business a lot quicker than if you were doing it on your own. Now, the caveat to this is don't consume too much content, right? Maybe do 1 or 2 videos or 1 or 2 posts a day, and then go do work, right? For every, 1 video, you should be, putting in 5 times the amount of time to actually taking action on the strategies that you learn in that. So make sure you guys aren't, really kind of throwing yourself off from, growing your own business by consuming too much content. You should be spending time actually taking action on what you've learned. So the third tip is to invest in your business. Now, you're going to always be investing, whether it's in time or in money. When I first got started, I was only investing my time, trying to design myself, trying to do all this stuff myself. Now that I've kind of grown the business, now I'm looking more at how can I better invest my time by actually spending some money on the business, right? Whether that's getting tools like Merch Informer or some of these other paid ones, Pretty Merch Pro could be another example, or maybe it's buying a new laptop or buying Photoshop or whatever it is to help you guys grow your business. Or maybe that's investing in your team, right? Growing and adding a designer or someone that's going to help you with uploading, a project manager, whatever it is. Taking the time and money and putting that into your business, that's actually going to bring you back a lot more growth. And maybe you're losing money in the short term, right? Like I've had months where I've spent a few $100s on designs, but now, if you guys watched my most recent video, my last month, I put 3 hours of work and didn't invest any money into my Merch by Amazon business, and it's still making me $300 a month just on that one business. And now I can take all those designs and start putting them on other platforms. So however you guys are going to do it, be willing to invest the time and the money. It's going to help you accelerate your business. You don't want to go doing this stupidly, but find kind of those top rated things. Merch Informer it's pretty clear. It's $16 a month, and that's something that literally saves me hours every single month for my research process, etc. So that's the third one, is be ready to invest in your business. Now, number 4, and this is something I kind of alluded to, but I think it's critical, is find a great designer for your business. Now, maybe you guys are already really good at design. I personally wasn't. I'm not a designer whatsoever. I did most of my designs for that first year on my own, and then finally kind of wised up to the fact that maybe I should get someone actually who knows what they're doing to do my designs. And that has kind of been the thing that's really alleviated all of the stress and pressure in this business and actually started to make it a lot more fun. And I'm giving something that is very challenging for myself and takes a lot of time. I'm passing that off to someone else, and I'm paying them to do it, but I'm paying them for, a couple bucks per design, and that's freeing up hours and hours of my time. So in my mind, it is worth it because my time is very valuable, and I want to spend my time on things that I'm actually good at, right? So now, if you guys are already a designer, I still think it's important to actually think about getting a designer, and the reason for doing this is it helps actually shift your mindset about your business. Rather than this being a one-man show or one-woman show, getting a designer helps you feel like, hey, I have a business, I have a team now. And there's a lot of cool things that come along with this. So for example, I'm starting to now get other random opportunities because I have a designer. So people know I have a designer. Every once in a while, I'll have a friend reach out to me and ask for, hey, can you do a logo for my business or a business card or whatever it may be. Now I'm like, yeah, sure, because I know I have this team. I'll quote them out, or maybe I'll do it for free, whatever it may be, and I'll get this project so that I can actually, kind of help grow my business, grow my skill set, etc., and also give some more business to my designer. I'm also, providing a job or providing part of a job to this person. So it's really nice to kind of have that mindset shift. And the last thing I wanted to say on that is you actually learn better about how to delegate, how to prioritize tasks, etc. So I think whether or not you're good at design, it's always a good idea to at least look into that, especially as your business grows and you're kind of needed in different areas. Having that design team is a really important thing to actually growing your business, right? So that's number 4, get a designer for your business. Number 5 is to spend a lot of time researching. When I first got started, same kind of thing here, right? I didn't research whatsoever. I just would go on Amazon, throw up a design, and somehow I got sales. I have no clue how or why, because all my designs were horrible. They were mostly text-based. They somehow worked, but I didn't do any research, right? Then when I got serious about the platform, I started doing research. Now, the thing I want to point out about this, I just did a video on this, if you guys saw it the other day, about where, my top t-shirt designs and how well those are selling. And what I found is that from my all 1,700 plus designs I have 4 designs that are doing 40% of my monthly income. Now, that's kind of scary to me because if something happens to those designs, they get trademarked or whatever, that's not good for me. But what I kind of took away from that is that if I just keep finding, winning designs like that and really spend more time on the research process, that's going to actually pay dividends over just what I have been doing, right? With just throwing designs up and seeing what works. Now, there is a time in your Merch by Amazon and print on demand business that you do need to kind of just throw things up and see what happens, right? By doing that, you're going to learn, oh, this thing works, or people like this different design style, or, putting that in the title worked well for this and this didn't work, right? But at the same time, once you guys kind of start to figure that stuff out, then it's time to really focus in and actually spend more time upfront on the research process so you can get those really high quality products. So, that's something I would have started earlier. Probably around tier 500, I would have started saying, hey, let me slow down and really invest in the actual research here rather than just throwing everything up and seeing what sells. So that is number 5, right? More research than designing. Number 6 is stick to a schedule. And I want to illustrate this really quick. So if you guys kind of, overheard me earlier when I was talking about it, I didn't get serious about the business right till I did my Merch Focus 30, which was this 30-day blitz period where I just said, hey, I'm going to stick to this schedule. I'm going to dial in. I just want to show you guys, if we look in the computer here really quick. So before that, in May, I did 13 products sold. June, I said, I'm going to get serious about this. I got on a schedule. I said, I'm going to research 400 or 500 products this month and get designs made. I had a schedule every single day. I'm going to list X amount of products today, blah, blah, blah. And I came home and I'd stick to that schedule. If I fell behind, I'd make it up on the weekend or whatever it is. Now, what happened to my business, right? I went from selling 13 to 22 in that month where I actually started committing. The next month we did 46. Then we went up to 80. And then as we got into Q4, we did 96, 172 in October, November 161, and then 237 products sold in December. So just 6 months before that, we were only doing 13 products or 22 products, right? And we went from that all the way up to 237. Now, I was still working more during that time. I was still putting up more designs, but the thing that really set me apart in my business and really kind of took it to the next level was sitting down and actually creating that plan and saying, I'm going to commit to doing this 30 days. I'm really going to put some money and time into this business and see what happens. So I can only imagine where I would be now if I had done that, when I was just getting started. Even though it's hard to see, when you're at tier 10 or 25, start setting up that plan. Sit down and say, this month I'm going to research 100 products and I'm going to get them listed. Or this week I'm going to find my designer, right? There's so many different ways that you can actually do this, but this is something that's really going to help turbocharge your business. So I highly encourage you, set a consistent schedule and stick to it. That's really going to help you get to the next level in this business. So number 7, we're almost done here, but number 7 is start pricing higher sooner. This is something I didn't do, and I really didn't start taking this seriously until a lot of people start commenting on my videos actually and saying, hey, you should start pricing higher. When I first got started, up until really tier 1000, I was pricing it at $13.95, $14.95 because I just wanted to rank my shirts. I didn't care about making the money. Now, I do think that was beneficial, but I waited too long. I didn't really start pricing those up until I was, into I was at tier 2000 really when I started getting serious about moving the prices up. But moving the prices up is going to help you guys get the cash flow you need to reinvest in your business. Or if you're not reinvesting in your business, at the very least, it's going to help you get that cash flow to feel motivated, feel accomplished about your business, that you've hit these goals, and then take that money and put it into paying off student loans or paying off a mortgage or car payment. You can't do that if you're not charging the right amount. Now, that doesn't mean go overboard and charge a ridiculously high price, but when you are starting to get t-shirts that rank, immediately go in there, look at what the market is selling for. So if you're selling a shirt in the golden retriever dog niche and it's selling well, go in there and take it and say, okay, I'm seeing the average price in this niche is $16.95. So then go price it maybe at $15.95 or $16.90, right? Or maybe you want to do $16.95, but start pricing it there where the market is so you can start making some more money. So that's number 7, is price your designs higher. I think around the tier 1000 point, that's when you really should start getting serious about that. And number 8, this is the final one, but have a long-term view with this. Everyone's journey is different. Don't get stuck comparing your Merch by Amazon print on demand e-commerce business to someone else's. You don't know what experience they had coming into the business. You don't know what kind of designs they're doing. Are they running ads? So when you see these big numbers, you don't know the full story, right? And the second piece of that is, don't look into the short term, right? For me, if I had stopped, 6 months in and said this is way too slow, I never would have gotten to where I am now, right? Because 6 months in, if we look back over at the screen, I was doing what? 6 products a month, 6 sales a month. And had I just stopped there, I never would have gotten to the point where, now this is a nice kind of comfortable additional little income stream for me. And now I'm at that point now where it's like, okay, I'm here. Where can I be one more year from now? If I take this seriously again now, and now with all the knowledge I know, if I put that in that. And the second thing that I want to say on this point that I think is really important is Merch by Amazon might not be that business model for you, right? It might not be that thing that really helps you achieve that goal or that level of success that you want. But if you guys focus on this and grow it, it's going to lead you to other opportunities, and maybe it's going to lead you to that next business opportunity that is the thing that's really going to help you take your business and your personal goals to the next level, right? Like, in my mind right now, Merch by Amazon, I'm at $300, $350, sometimes $400 in profit a month in the off months, right? We're not at Q4. Now that's nice, but to be honest, I catch myself sometimes finding myself a little bit disappointed and thinking I should be at $1,000 a month, right? But then I kind of step back and say, you know what? Now I have that goal and that opportunity to work to get to $1,000 a month. That's 3 times what I'm doing right now. That is doable. I just need to do this again and again. I need to put the work in. Because once I hit that goal of 1,000, which I know I'm then going to have additional goals, but to me that's a milestone, right? Now I can take that $1,000 a month and start putting it into paying off, some other, or creating another business, right? Or maybe I want to decide to pay off my car really quick or pay off student loans. But I can start snowballing that money. So I can take that 1,000 and start another business. Maybe I want to invest it in getting, Amazon private label products, or put it into, Kindle KDP or ebooks or audiobooks, right? So there's so many things we can do there. So, don't think about your business in the short term. This is a long-term play. So with that being said, guys, that's it for my 8 tips and things I kind of wish I knew when I first started this business, and just the lessons I've learned along the way to hitting this 2,000 products sold on Merch by Amazon. I hope you guys got some value out of that. Just to recap really quick, number 1, buy yourself out of the early tiers, right? Number 2, start consuming content and know when to stop consuming and start taking action. Number 3 is be ready to invest in your business tools or your team. Number 4 is get a designer. Number 5 is spend the time researching, right? Research more than you design. Number 6 is stick to a schedule and be consistent. Number 7 is to actually start pricing your products higher, so that you can pull in more cash flow and actually start investing in your business. And number 8 is have that long-term mindset. So with that being said, guys, I don't want this video to drag on too long, so I hope that was helpful for you guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, kind of stay up to date with my journey here, and I'm going to keep kind of bringing these updates to you guys. Check the description for any of the tools or tricks or any other tactics I mentioned, and let me know down below in the comments how your guys' journey is doing. If I missed anything, if there's anything else you guys found that's really helpful in your business. And with that being said, guys, we will see you at the next video. Cheers.